Hello, how y'all doing? So this reading, I'm not even gonna pick up my cards for. I'm just putting them up right now. So I did a reading yesterday, and it disappeared, or the full reading didn't go, and like it just cut off on me, and I had like cut it back on to do a part two. So I'm going to do like a short um rundown of the reading that I did since the full one didn't get posted because I feel like it was a very like a must watch type of reading. You know, it was a really good reading. It was juicy. Juicy. But yeah. So with that energy, I feel like I feel like with that energy, pretty much the cards were saying, this is Aquarius reading. This was an Aquarius reading. I said a little bit of it in the part two. The part two is the only one that kind of came back up, but the other one was about an hour, and then it just cut off at an hour on me. And then when it uploaded, only uploaded like 3 minutes or 2 minutes of it. That's ridiculous, right? Freaking ridiculous. So, um, pretty much it was speaking on Aquarius. I feel like you're either a masculine who is very in touch with their feminine side, and you're in a relationship with a negative feminine energy, or this is two females in a relationship, or this is a masculine. Damn it, y'all. Or this is a masculine. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. Oh, okay. Crazy girl. Okay. Or this is a masculine energy who is dating a woman who is interested in other women. Like she dates other women. But I feel like the other women I feel like the other women that she dates are more masculine women. Okay. Yeah, and so it was also just speaking on pretty much how I feel like you if the situation was with the masculine and the two females, I feel like the masculine does not really like the idea of his feminine being with another woman, you know, if it's masculine, feminine, or whatnot, because maybe it's against some type of, his family is against it, his religion is against it, something of that nature. And I was also speaking on how your spouse, like I said, this could be two women or this could be a masculine, and or this could be a masculine dealing with a woman or two women or whatever. This could be a masculine dealing with the woman who deals with women, or this could be two women. That's what I said. Okay, so yeah, so also in that situation, I was just speaking on pretty much how what else was I saying? I forget sometimes, y'all. I don't be tripping. I said it was against his religion, and also how he or she chooses spouses that remind them of their mother. So you typically choose spouses that remind you of your like home base, where you grew up and how you grew up. And I feel like you didn't get a lot of love and nurturing growing up from the women in your life or from your mother. She could have carried herself a certain way, or the women in your life carried themselves a certain way. So you chose a wife or you chose a girlfriend who did the same thing. And it was speaking on like basically completing and ending out cycles. And it's saying like, you know, if you don't end out the cycle, then the cycle doesn't end, you know, then, and it's this thing that I say, I seen it somewhere and now I say it. So the work that your parents does not do gets passed on to you. So realize that the work that your mom didn't do got passed on to you. So the work that you failed to do will get passed on to your son or your daughter. So do you want them to go through the same things that you went through? And it's also like I said, look, like you see how you felt growing up as a child. Like maybe you didn't feel like you got enough love or affection or whatever. Do you want your children to feel the same way? 444. Do you want your children to feel the same way? Or yeah, is do you want your children to feel the same way that you felt Or like, do you want to break that cycle? Pretty much, it's like, if you're not going to grow if you don't break a cycle. Like, you don't feel like you have spark and creative passion and all of these flaring creative energies, so you're not able to create like you feel like you could at this moment, because you're stuck in a cycle right now that you're refusing to let go of. And the reading I just did, like I said, it kind of reminded me of that reading. That's why I didn't finish out that reading, because I'm like, it's just constantly talking about letting an energy go, letting someone go, letting energy go, because it's draining. It's draining you. It's not building, adding to your energy, but it's taking away from your energy. Like they say, if you have, oh, that's beautiful. That's a blessing, because a lot of men can't say that. So that's truly a blessing to be able to say that. For real. That serious. Like, me and my sister was talking about that the other day as well, like something of that nature. A lot of men have been like touched or had sex with their babysitters, like at a young age, like before the age of 10. And I'm like, girls, think about that. Like, when you think about women, so many women have been molested because we know it's wrong. So it's molestation automatically. But for males, it gets done to them, and it's like, oh well, yeah, you supposed to be like, it's a build up for you, like, oh yeah, that's what's up. You should be happy, this and that. And it's like, never had a babysitter. Okay, you blessed. That's what I mean. Like, it's a crazy world out here, for real. And I'm like, oh, but yeah, like, they should be like telling guys, you should be happy, this and that, this and that. Woo, woo, woo. Like, I use that example after. But yeah, so they think like it's cool. They think that shit okay. Like, and I've known too many guys who said, oh yeah, I lost my virginity at this, or the first time that this and that, my babysitter did this, or this happened. And like, what? And that's not normal. That's not normal. So I was going to say something else as well pertaining to that situation, but I forgot. I forgot. But yeah, a lot of men have been through it just as much, equally, or equally the amount of trauma, or even more. A lot of men have been through a lot more, sometimes, trauma than women have been through. So, it's life. Like, understand that and work on it. Like, oh, and another thing that came up in that reading, basically saying, take the advice that you give other people. So I feel like maybe you, this Aquarius, I feel like maybe you give a lot of relationship advice, or advice in general, to other people, and it's like you don't even follow your own advice. And like I said, I don't always follow my own advice, but it's like, I listen to my advice, and I relate every, yeah, and I relate every situation to myself. So it's like, every time I'm talking about someone else's situation or thinking about someone else's situation, I relate it to mine. So I'm like, oh, I can understand this feeling or this emotion because of I've been through this, or I understand that, or I know about this. And it's like, I feel like you may relate things, but you don't look at things as a learning experience or a growing experience. You just look at it like, oh well, yeah, I've been there, and I'm just moving out these emotions, and I'm trying to maneuver through these emotions and figure out how to move through them and do. No, you have to make changes in your life to constantly be in a better mood, or constantly feel a certain way. And like, I'm working on the same thing too. Working on being more clean, washing my face more, because my shit is terrible. We breaking out bad, like a whole lot of things. So yeah, identify the problem, work on it. But yeah, so I just came back because I wanted to throw those things back out there, because I don't know if the Aquarius reading, that the part 2 touched up on all of those things. So I had to. I ain't gonna do y'all like that on here. Thank you. Have a blessed day as well. I feel, you know what? I feel really good. You see, I got my hair put up in a bun. I ain't even do my edges for today for y'all. I was just like, I'm going to just chill and hop on here and do some readings, because I feel like I have been when I be taking my spiritual breaks, I don't be doing no readings at all. And it'd be like a week or 10 days and stuff. And I'm like, I can't be inconsistent like that. I have to do better with my consistency. So I'm working on that as well. But yeah, okay. Have a blessed day.